Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my week one presentation for our human resources class. My name is Mark.A and I'm really excited to be working alongside you guys with this next session. This is going to be a little bit about myself as well as talking about the tides of reform and how they apply to the human resources sector. So again, my name is Mark Harris. I am 28 years old and I live in the city of Riverside. I moved here back in May of 2025 when I got a position working for the city of Hoopa Valley as a code enforcement officer, and I've been working there since May of 25, so it's been just over a year since I moved into the Inland Empire. I could not tell you about myself without first telling you about my best friend. This is Alexis. She is my wife. We've been together since March of 2020. We've known each other since 2019. And we got married back in 2024. Alexis is my absolute rock. She has been supporting me through this master's program as well as working full time. I could not imagine how life would be if I did not have her by my side. The other family member that we have is my puppy. We call her Auroras. She is a pit bull mixed mutt. We do not know anything about her other than we got her about 3 months ago. She is both the sweetest dog in the world that will cuddle up on your lap, but also she is a chaos gremlin that will just run amok if you let her, so we love her. And in my spare time, the two main things that I do, I play disc golf, which you can usually catch me over at the Martha McLean disc golf course right here in Riverside. And if I'm on my computer in between my assignments, I'll be playing Overwatch. Like, I literally took 2 Overwatch breaks working on this presentation, but now I'm back at it because I can't procrastinate that long. Hey, transitions are weird. Next, we're going to be going into the tides of reform. The first thing that we'll be talking about is going to be scientific management, which really started with Frederick Taylor. Scientific management emphasizes hierarchy, micro-divisions of labor, as well as chains of command. This structure improves efficiency, productivity, as well as standardization, and this is all through objective, measurable methods. The biggest example of a division of labor that provides stability in the organization is Gulick and Erwick's POSD which on the slide right here, I have it broken down. It is planning, organization, staffing, directing, coordination, reporting, and budgeting. And this is really a way to divide labor to make sure that everything running smoothly and efficiently. And scientific management applies to human resources as HR develops a standardized job classification system. It also conducts performance evaluations. They give employee training, and they also use measurable performance standards to ensure consistency and efficiency within the organization. For example, in code enforcement, we have developed a hierarchy, and this is from going on the bottom level where I'm at up to the top. We have Code Enforcement Officer 1, Code Enforcement Officer 2, the Senior Code Officer, and the Code Officer Supervisor. And then from upwards, that's going into the director level. Each role has its own set of responsibilities, which are clearly defined for everybody to know, and it also provides us a way of knowing what responsibilities we can work towards in order to work towards promotions. The second thing that we're going to be talking about is the war on waste. This emphasizes economical operations, and it really boils down to reducing any unnecessary government spending while also maximizing the value of the established budget. Auditors, investigators, and inspectors are crucial in this effort. To reduce financial waste, higher management often will increase internal supervision, and they'll also increase the accountability of employees to make sure that everything is observed and reported. Human resources often will look into personnel and also the office material cost, and they'll also be looking at labor expenses, and they'll make decision based off of all of the information that is available in order to reduce unnecessary spending. For example, a county HR representative may evaluate if they actually need to fill in a recently vacated public works position. They could fill the position with another body, or they may choose to eliminate the position in order to save on payroll. Since hiring somebody will not really drastically improve productivity, they decide to not hire somebody, spread the responsibilities of that vacant role. And that's a way that they can save on somebody's paycheck. The next thing we're going to go into is the watchful eye, our third category of the tides of reform. And when we look into it, the watchful eye emphasizes fairness through openness, transparency, as well as access. This oversight prevents corruption and abuse of power from any officials within the organization. This applies to human resources in many ways, honestly. Human resources make sure that no employment or civil rights are violated. They'll make sure that employees are investigated and held accountable for misconduct if that comes up in their evaluations. And they also make sure that all employees receive proper ethical training to make sure that they're acting within ethical boundaries. In the city of Fruita Valley, all employees are required to take an annual ethical training class, and this is mandatory. We cannot skip it. Recently, Human Resources actually conducted an internal investigation on one of our associates, which led to the exposure of unethical behavior of that employee, and he was soon let go once the truth really came out. Lastly, we're going to go into liberation management, and this is the goal of government to empower employees to gain higher performance metrics. Employee and innovation and flexibility are both things that come to mind. And human resources may develop leaders, they may work with associates on their scheduling, and they may evaluate them based off of performance rather than rigid rules. And this is all in an attempt to empower employees rather than placing strict limitations on them. For example, there may be an analyst of the city that, due to a family emergency, is unable to come into work for a period of time. However, human resources, though it would be more beneficial to have the analyst in the office, may tell this person, hey, please work remotely from home, so that way you can attend to the family emergency while still being productive in the workplace. And since it doesn't affect their productivity, the analyst works from home even though it's not specifically said in the rules that they're allowed to do that. And this empowers the employee to continue being productive while feeling grateful and builds loyalty towards the organization. Thank you guys so much for watching my presentation. I look forward to seeing y'all's, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.